Good morning to you. Time for the rundown. The biggest news around the planet yesterday, it's not what you think. It's in our ally Israel, where Benjamin Netanyahu has won his fifth election. He is going to serve his fifth term in what he calls the biggest election of his life. He has secured 59 seats for the center-right Likud right-wing bloc, astonishing all onlookers. Now, only 90% of the votes have counted. Maybe he'll go down to 58 seats. Maybe he'll get up to 60. Either way, he will be asked to form the next government, and it is expected that he will be able to peel off the necessary 61 votes to form a coalition and will be prime minister at least until unknowable things happen when he goes on trial in a few weeks. But the Israeli people voted for Bibi overwhelmingly. They dance around and sing King Bibi at the Likud rallies, but that they're really recognizing is that while a good third of the country just hates the man, he is its leader and will be for the foreseeable future. And our strongest ally in the world, because it has nukes and a willingness to use them and a willingness to use all of its weaponry and a willingness to fight when it needs to fight, our strongest ally in the world is led by a conservative visionary. And I'm a big Bibi fan, as everyone knows, so you should not be upset. It should not be surprised that I am very excited this morning. Joe Biden has a pulse. That is the other news of the day, because Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar both dropped out of the race yesterday and endorsed Biden. Will it be enough to slow Bernie Sanders tonight? I don't think so. I believe Bernie's on his way for a big night tonight, a huge haul of delegates. But remember to fill out your ballot from top to bottom. Whether you're in Virginia, my home state, where I voted by absentee, I voted top to bottom. Or if you're, that was easy because there was only a presidential primary. Or if you're in California, where there are like a bazillion, vote no on all the initiatives. Always vote no on initiatives. Vote in local elections, like for Catherine Barger in L.A. County. She is a terrific supervisor, hard by the mothership of my West Coast outpost at KRLA AM 870. Vote for Dr. Ken Williams for the Orange County Board of Education. There are people up and down the ballot you need to support. Barger, Williams, all sorts of people across the country. Whether you're in Texas, where last night Biden was trying to pull out a last-second win with Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg. I personally do not believe that the Buttigieg people are going to go to Joe Biden. I believe a lot of the Klobuchar dozens will. There are only dozens to be had, but I do believe they will go towards Joe Biden. But Joe Biden had a tough day yesterday. He had a tough day. First of all, look, for those of you who know, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are, well, let's hear Joe tell it. Cut number 2.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by, you know the thing.
Created by the thing. Oh, the thing. Let's play that again. Cut number 2. That's going on my board. Cut number 2.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by, you know the thing.
You know the thing. And then Joe said, come out and vote for me on Super Thursday, even though it's today, Super Tuesday. Cut number 3.
Look, tomorrow's Super Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I?
Yeah, you are, Joe. You're rushing ahead like this is all in one speech. We got 3 complete pratfalls in one speech. Cut number 4, Joe, in the same speech, talking about how many votes he got Saturday in South Carolina. The narrator will tell you the truth.
Because of the African-American community, primarily in South Carolina, we ended up increasing the turnout. 150,000 more people than even voted in 2008.
That's not true. Barack Obama got 295,000 votes in 2008. Joe Biden got 256,000 votes. So he was flubbed. He couldn't remember the Declaration of Independence, and he lied. Then we dug up this from the Today Show, courtesy of my friend Dick. Go faster, Dick. I know you're up. I know you're working out. Go faster on the treadmill. Joe said, you ought to go look, or Dick said, you ought to go listen to Joe Biden on the Today Show in 2009 talking about SARS. This is the kind of calm, presidential-like advice you want from a commander-in-chief. Cut number 1.
I would tell members of my family, and I have, I wouldn't go anywhere in confined places now. It's not that it's going to Mexico. It's you're in a confined aircraft. When one person sneezes, it goes all the way through the aircraft. That's me. I would not be at this point, if they had another way of transportation, suggesting they ride the subway. So from my perspective, what it relates to is mitigation. If you're out in the middle of a field and someone sneezes, that's one thing. If you're in a closed aircraft, a closed container, a closed car, a closed classroom, it's a different thing.
So there you have Joe's calm. I guess everyone should not fly anywhere. I've been flying. I'm flying next week. I'm on vacation. Colonel Kurt will be in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Bob Franz will be in Thursday and Friday to once again do penance for pushing Sam Darnold on the Browns. Luckily, I turned that away. Now he wants us to, you wouldn't believe this, he wants us to draft a wide receiver. Bob Franz wants the Cleveland Browns to draft a wide receiver, but I digress. Joe Biden on CNN with Jake Tapper. I'm just running down the Biden on Super Tuesday because I want you to vote for Bernie. I'm just reminding you about Joe Biden. Here he is with Jake Tapper yesterday, cut number 5.
I think it's very important that they have a commitment from the Taliban that, in fact, they are not going to support Al-Qaeda. They're not going to support those organizations that use the Western Pakistan and Afghanistan to launch attacks against the United States.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir.
The
deal does say that the Taliban will not aid Al-Qaeda. No, it doesn't say that they will renounce Al-Qaeda, but it says that they will not aid Al-Qaeda.
Thank you, Jake. Then Joe Biden goes down to fact check by Jake Tapper, and then he goes to tell this great news to every gun owner in America, cut number 6.
Well, look, that Trump would appoint Mike Pence as the head of...
Wait, number 6.
I'm going to guarantee you this is not the last you've seen of this guy. You're going to take care of the gun problem with me. You're going to be the one that leads this effort.
Okay, who is Joe Biden talking about? Going to take care of the gun problem with you. Let's listen again to cut number 6. This is Joe Biden anointing the gun czar for a future Biden administration.
I'm going to guarantee you this is not the last you've seen of this guy. You're going to take care of the gun problem with me. You're going to be the one that leads this effort.
You know,
I'm counting
talking
on you.
about our favorite furry in chief. There, I did it. Smug will be happy. Beto or Rourke? Beto is going to be the gun guy. Honestly, you think it can't get worse every single day, and it gets worse. And now I got to tell you something about coronavirus. 92,153 cases worldwide, 3,127 deaths, including 6 in the United States. It's in Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Florida, and Georgia. It's in the Northeast. It's probably across the entire United States. 3,127 people have died worldwide, but 6 have died in the United States. Can we do a little bit of relevance, please? We are on the alert. We're doing the right stuff. The Pope got tested. Remember, the Pope's vanished for 4 or 5 days. People were worried about the Pope. I didn't say anything, but everyone was thinking the same thing. He was out in St. Peter's Square. Did he get coronavirus? No, he does not have coronavirus. He has a bad cold. But he did the right thing. He got tested. But he met with people in between, which was the wrong thing. So not a lot of papal wisdom there. But just remember, how many people die every year in America from car accidents? Generalissimo, do you have a guess? How many people die in America from car accidents? No, 36,000. No, I just looked it up. I used my Mr. Google. 36,000 people die from car accidents every year in the United States. So you got a lot more to worry about driving to work today, which is why you should be listening to me and paying attention to the road and not playing with your texting. 36,000 people. You don't go freak out. We're doing the right stuff everywhere in the world for the. You know, I got asked yesterday, why aren't we calling this the China flu? We called it the Spanish flu in 1918 to 1920. Why aren't we calling this the China flu? The Spanish flu was, by the way, misnamed, and it should have been called the Kansas flu. It began in Kansas. But they called it the Spanish flu because that's where it first showed up and people wrote about it. Why aren't we calling it the China flu? We don't want to be mean to the Chinese. But the fact is, you don't have to worry about the China flu. It's a lot easier to say than COVID-19, and Joe Biden would be thankful because I'm not sure he can get to 19 when he counts the right way. But really, tonight, hear my appeal. Bernie. We're down to a 4-person race. Bernie and Liz Warren, Mike Bloomberg, and Joe Biden. And of those 4, the least ready to be president is Joe Biden because he has lost not 1, not 2, not 3, but he's lost a whole block of steps. And you know it, and I know it, and the right thing to do is to vote for Bernie and set up the choice the country has to make. Bernie versus Trump. That's what you want to do. Bernie versus Trump. Coming right back, America. Big win for Bibi. Big win for Likud. Hooray. That's the good news. Plus, markets rebounded yesterday, and they look like they're going to do it again today. Lots more. That was the rundown for this morning. Tuesday, Super Tuesday, March 4th, 2020.